This woman, so there's a woman who disengaged from people, places, and things that she's been accustomed to for at least a little while now. And it could be her or the other person. You see, there's a Knight of Wands, and they feel betrayed. But really, I feel like it's this Queen of Wands here who was pursued but end up feeling betrayed because she feel like it was all just an illusion that she had met her counterpart, or feel like he fed her an illusion, whereas she now feels betrayed and she has regrets now because she believed this was supposed to be her 10 of Cups, her wish fulfillment. Hmm. Interesting. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringings and spiritual path. So she doesn't believe that this emperor, she don't think it'll ever work, or don't see the light at the end of the tunnel that this could work, because they could come from two different religions or be practicing currently two sects of religion. However, this is meant to be a true love. Like, this is a romance of a lifetime. So, what is this lesson supposed to teach her? Her. A fairy climax is approaching. And to clarify that, don't let the past hold you back. I feel like this woman think that she was fed an illusion that this person was supposed to be her counterpart, but instead was some kind of like karmic soulmate, because she's very hurt through all of this. You see the 10 of Swords. You know, she was passionate. You know, it was fun. Like, she was just like it's giving me the energy like I was so happy like 10 minutes ago, maybe a few days ago, a few weeks ago. And then I end up feeling like this feels like public humiliation to me. I feel like there is people who are supposed to be of high honor in like a community that has persuaded this person to maybe look at this woman like someone who's incompatible with where where this man is at. This man, look, this man. Look at this. He's on top of a 7 of Cups. That's like impaired judgment. It's like somebody who made an error of judgment. At least it feels that way to this Queen of Wands. So why is the Hermit here? She separated herself to protect her own honor. Even though she's having the worst time of her life with this 10 of Swords here, she's gonna. I feel like she's in a position to push. Like, she believes she has like pardon yourself, forgive yourself. Don't let it stop you from what you're supposed to be doing. So what's the 5 of Cups? Is a moment of clarity. That's God's helping hand. You don't have to regret anything that you did. That's her going to her prayers and seeking counsel to have that clarity as to what this really is. So, what did she learn? Is that this is not from the Most High, is what she learned. This is the Ace of Cups in reverse. And the upright is like an opportunity for love. This is not an opportunity for love if it's in reverse. This was a seducer. You know, somebody who just came in and he matched your energy. Like he's just as attractive as you and just as passionate about you as you are about him. But it was not an opportunity from the Most High. This is an opportunity from yourself. I feel like you held this person you thought was supposed to be an emperor. You held him to higher expectations, and he didn't meet them. So tell me about the King of Wands. Now, when you put this together, look at these: the Knight of Cups, the King of Wands. This is competition, jealousy, chaotic. This is somebody who seduced a lot of people, to be honest. He was thinking with his ego. And you could have been too. But I feel like you was more spiritual. You were trying to take a more spiritual approach. And it didn't quite go like that. You fell for a person who have people competing over him a lot. Like this is what he does on a consistent basis. And it puts you in that lackluster state. And the secret is out. This is the moon in reverse. The secret is out. 6 of Cups in reverse. You don't look at him much of a soulmate. Wait a minute. That's the 4 of Wands. But the 6 of Cups is in reverse. I feel like it's unrequited. This is somebody who just wanted to celebrate and just party and have fun. You know, you were a conquest. I feel like this was a wish fulfillment for this person. And he would have kept up the celebration as long as you wanted to keep up with the celebration. But when you reneged, you know, things changed. See? Things became really impatient because the 3 of Wands is seeking a new adventure and being virtuous, and it's the opposite when it's in reverse. It's like more impulsive. Even the 7 of Pentacles is in reverse. This is not the investment you thought it was. Queen of Pentacles. I think this Queen of Pentacles is that emperor, or it could be you, unvalued woman who was passionate about someone and kind of fell short on what you're normally about, traditionally all about. Because someone saw you as very attractive. You know, tell me more about the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. You're an earth angel. You put these two together, that's an earth angel. Maybe like a StarSeed. Okay, it's someone who was empathetic, who attracted someone who needed her help. And now that cycle's over. Now it's time for new beginnings. It's time for your pursuit of happiness. I feel like you cried it out. Now you're over it. Now you're in your pursuit of happiness. This is a very spiritual woman, a warrior who fights for what she wants. But she realized her value as well at the same time. And she's very influential. But she's also fell into her desires. I feel like that's what that Devil card is there for. But I also feel like she's a workaholic. With the 8 of Wands there, she's just more fixated on being shrewd in her business and maintaining her independence. You know, study her craft a lot more, or a new craft, just to keep her mind occupied. And this is a bitch when she's in reverse. You know, somebody who could be cutthroat and narcissistic. And it's like, I don't have the energy for that. Ooh, 7 of Wands. Somebody's guard is down. I feel like this is what somebody painted a picture of you as, or tried to manipulate the situation, and it put you in a bad space. So, what does the romance angels have to say? New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Well, who was that? Forgive and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So, this person could have put you on the path to heal old wounds, but it can also be the experience that is helping you bring in new love and engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. As long as you're not holding grudges, you always bring in a higher vibration counterpart. So, what else? Tell me more about your spiritual journey. Double mission, exactly. Channeling and uplifting humanity. That's what that Queen of Wands is there for. You're more than just eye candy. You're called to do a service. You're called to break the chains. Like, you're the first person in maybe a very long time in your family that's rewriting and recalibrating. Like, you could be a person who grew up in a toxic family, or a family where the men were always generous with women. And you always seem to be a person who just does not tolerate that. So you could be a person who always stood your ground, but can also be considered the outcast because you don't do things like everybody else, like a non-conformant. And I feel like with your healing and your spiritual journey, it's helping you release, not be tormented by the examples that were set before you. And it doesn't put the women down in your family. It's just the examples that they set before you. I can remember as a kid, I saw things within the marital couples in my family, like parents, grandparents, and it's like, I don't ever want that. That could never be me. Until this day, that still holds to be true. And because you feel like that and you're putting the necessary work in, it's like, I may not have come from somebody who operates from a place where people operate from their highest self, their higher vibration, but you could be a person that's like, well, what do I have to learn in order to reach that higher vibration? And what I feel like is, you have supernatural abilities, and God speaks through you, and He used you as an example to be a pillar of light. And it also attracts other people. You're meant to be a teacher, like a leader. You're meant to say, you know what, that may be tradition, but that wasn't the most scientific way to achieve success or to achieve status in society, or just have inner peace. Because that's what I feel like all of this is about, is establishing inner peace. You're not taking nobody's bullshit. If you can't come correct, don't speak to me. And I feel like that's me amongst other people. At least that's the example I would set for other people. Longing for home. Homesick for the stars. I feel like that's you facing your North Node. You know yourself to be someone who is an expert and a guru in your niche. And your niche is empathic, is a healer. You heal wounds, specifically emotional, mental wounds. You're a very spiritual human being. Like, you learn how to be human in a world, learn how to be human in a world, but not of it. And this is so true. You're not for everyone. It's okay to be different. Face your true North Node. Okay? That's how you establish happiness. So even if you take a loss in something or feel like you lost something, you still won. You know, it's like you expected a lot of culture. It's like culturally speaking, you expect to have things, certain things be in place. Like you seek that inner wisdom and what's supposed to be tradition. But I feel like over time things changed within culture, or my cultural group where people don't practice the same sense of loyalty. They don't have the same values like they once did. And I feel like that impacts how you interact with people, in your how you show up in your relationships. You don't stick around very long when you see that it's not helping nobody. Like, it's okay to cut the cord if it's not benefiting anybody, not even your counterpart. Because if he's truly your counterpart, you want what's best for him, not just for you. It's not just about you, it's about both of you. You want to be the example for him in case that person doesn't get it. It could be a man or a woman, doesn't matter. Hidden knowledge, silent understanding. This is feminine energy. So you're able to tap in when the Most High is speaking to you. You do have the key to unlock a lot of different, like, I want to say experiences. You have wisdom that can help a lot of people reach inner peace, this self-regulation, calming the waters. It just get people out of that tumultuous energy. Earth magic, fearlessness, removing obstacles. It's like repeating messages that you're meant to just break a lot of like old habits. And I feel like a lot of your old habits are dying hard. What's on the bottom of the deck? Whoops. Go with the flow. It's okay to let go. Cleansing and receiving. It's okay to let go. It hurts your feelings, but it's okay to let it go. It's not going to interrupt what God put in place for you. So, is there anything else? Let me see. What's an empowered question? What is my life like when it's in balance? As you start to do your inner work and your shadow work, as you continue, I should say, to do your shadow work, it looks more like you can be that inspiration, that soul's inspiration for men, not just women, but men too. That people will start to look up to you. They may be a little apprehensive at first. It's like there's so many of y'all out there, but who do I listen to? Who's telling the truth? But when you follow your intuition and you trust God, even if you don't know God like that, listen to your intuition. Be still and receive. Whether you're a man or a woman, you can sit. That feminine energy allows you to receive messages, allow you to be still instead of being proactive. Not that you shouldn't be proactive, but when you are be able to sit still, you're able to listen. You can't talk and listen at the same time. What kind of advice on life would I give my younger self? I would say don't be such a hothead. Be patient with yourself. Like, learn to receive the lessons. I would have avoided so many fights with people if I was just able to sit still and just receive knowledge. Because I always had it in me to be a certain way, to be spiritual. However, when someone crosses me, I hit the lid. I don't think until after. So you be able to practice that hidden knowledge. You be able to soothe yourself, like mind that inner child and just calm your spirit down, like nurture yourself a lot better. Be fearless. Don't move out of like haste and things like that. Like it kind of beats you up even when you don't mean to beat yourself up. Is it one last card? Innovation. Be the leader you wish you had. So if people are used to operating out of their ego, where you from, look at the wisdom, look at the birds. I think they're eagles. And see how her chest, her heart is open. If people are used to operating out of their ego or cynical or just apathetic on the forefront or just very nonchalant, do it different because you've always been innovative anyway. So if everybody's trend, if the trend is for everybody to wear black and white, you're wearing red and green. You know, you always walk to the beat of your own drum. Do that with how you choose to lead, how you choose to handle situations that do and don't go your way. Okay, I'll stop right there and I'll be back.